Hey guys, what's going on? This is Namkraft and welcome back to the fight between Bisu and Larva as part of quarterfinal number 4. It's season 20. The first game was very nice, roaring current, all that we could ever ask for was delivered. Next game is going to be a bit more conventional, a bit shorter, a bit less manipulative from both of these players. Bisu versus Larva. On post are Bisu located at the bottom of corner of the screen in the red color. Larva located at the top left corner of the screen in the gray color. This is the map that was picked by Larva. So let's see what he's prepared, because on that previous game map that was picked by Bisu, Larva has outsmarted him. Here are the map stats. So as you can see, this map, Polestar, it's 49.2% win rate for Protoss. I'm not even sure why these players are picking up the maps randomly like this, but anyhow, a lot of fans of Bisu there. What about the face of Bisu that he has his mouth open? Remember that famous or infamous photo? Not a long time ago, I really like that. Larva, of course, is known to be casting naked, just like Namkraft. I'm naked right now. I guess I'm half naked, not fully naked. Because in my country it's very hot and I don't want to wear clothes. Why wear clothes when you're not looking at anybody and nobody's looking at you and you have nothing to show? I mean, if I had something to show, I would maybe, you know, wear some revealing clothes to leave only the part that I want to show, but I have nothing to show, so just go all out naked is better. Navas is forced to take the off-centered base here at the 830 position. He sends out a second drone possibly, which I expected. But if he doesn't send to, then maybe he's prepared this build specifically. And there's the second drone for now. Bisu is the one who micros a little bit faster and better with his probe. He takes just one hit. Behind this, Bisu is going to expand. As you can see, the Overlord is not in any position to stop it or to see it, and Larva doesn't have a spawning pool anyways. But now the question is, how much longer can this probe be allowed to live there? 18 health and 1 shield, but growing faster and faster over time, and we shall see. The drone micro from Larva is quite good. Imagine that one day the Zerg players or the Zerg race figure out this drone micro and they catch the probe every single time. That would be so imbalanced. I mean, before there was like when the players actually did not know about how to micro the units properly, especially this range unit of drone to actually outrange the probe. You know, it was very easy to keep a probe alive for a long time until the Zerglings become available. But with this drone micro, it's so much harder. And imagine this could actually get worse for Protoss. I cannot imagine any more disadvantage beyond this. I mean, this is already so crazy for Protoss. Anyhow, spawning pools coming down, and we don't have a third base. I hope that Bisu has prepared something special, a very nice menu for Larva here, because the probe is gonna try to attack the pylon is gonna get cancelled, and an expansion is gonna go down. Yes, it does go down. Bisu, it's just gonna be content with just seeing it going down. There are some Zerglings being made, and Bisu, has he made a cannon? I think yes, he has made a cannon. Maybe he has not made a cannon. He's made a gateway. Okay, he is playing without a cannon, right? I think I'm not seeing a cannon on the other side of the map. At least not yet. So Bisu is hoping to keep these Zerglings. Okay, there's a cannon. What am I saying? I thought there was no cannon, but the cannon was hugging the forge all the time. Because, I mean, with these spawning positions, Larva's Overlord are not here to spot. So why not just go without cannon? It seems like something that you do want to pull out once in a while, right? But maybe the question is that the benefit doesn't outweigh the risk. So maybe this is why the pro gamers don't do it. I mean, the benefit is faster core and possibly faster gas, right? But I don't know. Maybe it's not really something that pro gamers are willing to risk. Anyhow, this probe will fall, and the game is going to stabilize. And yeah, the cannon will cover for that force. You can see the positioning is quite good. There is the layer in an off-centered base, of course. Not yet spotted by any of the players. The Overlord will arrive, and probe will start to move towards the north side, very typical here to drive the Zerling towards the north side as well. In anticipation of this probe, and the Zelle can move across the map, but of course there's going to be an Overlord to spot. Very nice positioning of the second probe, just to be out of range of the Zerling, so he cannot actually select that probe individually. Not a bad idea. Additional Zerlings have been made, and there's a Spire. Very standard timing for the Spire, I believe, right? 4 minutes and 30 seconds of the game, and this probe is coming through just to scout, but the Zerlings are not going to be waiting for him. Maybe there's not enough Zerling to fully block this probe from scouting. Okay, the probe checks the high ground, doesn't see anything, and he's going to try to wait here. What is he doing? He is gonna get pushed back by the Zerling with speed now. So I guess Zerling with speed has been revealed. But I think Bisu knows that if you go for Zerling with speed, you have less gas to do other things. So if you're gonna be going for Spire, your Spire is a little bit delayed. If you go for Hydrodent, it might still be possible, right? Because sometimes the player would pair Zerling with speed with fast Hydras. Maybe that is gonna be planned. But anyways, this Spire is about to complete. Did I see that correctly? It's not yet completed, right? And there is going to be the first Corsica coming out to check. Templar Archive. Very standard play for Bisu. The Zerlings are looking for the openings, but not able to see it because of the invisible Zealot block in front. And there's the Spire. I think it completes at just the right time. Bisu is gonna move forward with the Zealot just to see if there's any kind of presence of Hydrodent. He doesn't see anything. He's gonna try to go inside the main. There's the Corsair already looking, and Bisu will lose this Zealot, so that's kind of slightly unfortunate. He's gonna see. He doesn't see anything, but anyways, he will know that this Corsair is gonna get chased by the Scourges. He needs to return this Corsair right now, unless he want to lose his first Corsair. And indeed, he will just take out the Overlord, but I don't think it's gonna be. Oh my god, the Scourges have already started to move across the map, man. And Bisu has seen this additional, and there's gonna be the Scourges chasing for that second Corsair. The Corsair needs to run around. Bisu is still looking for the second Overlord. He want to make sure he can at least locate it before he loses sight of that area. For now, I think Bisu might expect to lose that Corsair. He turns around. Wow! How did this Corsair escape that pair of Scourges and turn around? Do we have additional Scourges coming through this side? I think we might have. I'm not so sure. The first Skitch has hit, but there's going to be more Scourges, and Bisu has seen it. Bisu is just going to be buying as much time as possible. We have a Dark Templar. Interesting, but it's gonna get trapped. What is Bisu doing? This is so new. Maybe Lava is the one who's not paying attention. Lava is not paying attention. Oh my god. The Dark Templar gets destroyed. The Lava gets... He kills... Oh my god. So close from Bisu. So close from Bisu. Dark Templar and Corsairs is his signature move, but that was not meant to be. And this Corsair is gonna come back. And there are no more Scourges to snipe it. So losing one Dark Templar, but he's gonna be able to save his Corsair, I hope. Unless those are additional Scourges, and they are additional Scourges, but at the last minute, Bisu has saved all of his Corsairs. So now, he will have how many Corsairs? I think about 4. We have another Corsair coming out, because during this time, we might have to switch to Hydra, and this is why Bisu sends a Corsair out. He knows that he need to actually anticipate everything. Like in the game we saw between Soma and Best, the Zerg player has so much available at the arsenal, he can switch tech at a blink of an eye. But it looks like Lava is going to be going for air. He has made some mutas. There's going to be additional Corsairs just to check. He sees that there are some new hatcheries. And the Zealot with speed complete, so it's going to pressure Lava just a little bit here. And the Zealot's going to have to back up and maybe split the Zealot into 2 groups and just wait for the support of more forces, and the cannons in the main guys are going to start to come up here. Anyways, Bisu will lose at least 1 Zealot, but he's going to be able to save the rest of the forces. So that's not bad. Bisu is turning hard. And that has allowed Lava to come out and expand a lot. But Bisu keeps his very adventurous Corsair, as you can see, is all the way out here in the middle of the map. If you can actually return home, that's going to be insane. He stopped the Corsair in the middle. And the Scourges are not able to find it. Like, how much mind game is going on between these players is insane. The level of, meticulousness or detail that these guys pay attention to is just goddamn insane. And now the Corsair have seen, or maybe the Scourges have seen the Corsair. I'm not so sure who sees who anymore. It's just so much mind game going on, but we're looking at the 8-minute and 40-second of the game. We're going to be having 96 supply for Bisu and Lava behind by about 20 supply. The Mutas might dive in. There's about 7 of them. 8 of them. There's a Dragoon there. He needs to back up. We have already High Templar waiting the other side of the map here. And the Corsair is going to try to chase those forces away. And this Corsair is still alive. He's looking for that additional base. But not able to see it for the time being. And we shall see massive Hydras coming out now. Bisu is playing very carefully. And I really like the fact that he keeps that scouting Corsair alive for as long as he needed. I mean, he's like doing a lone mission. What is happening? Where's that Zealot attacking? Anyways, more forces. And Bisu is going to be looking for a shadow timing attack. I call this a shadow timing attack because Shadow likes to do this a lot. He likes to sit at home, do nothing, allow the Zerg player to go up to 4 bases, and bam! He comes out with a huge force, and in God knows what kind of manner he does, he just wins the battles. But of course, to be fair, Shadow doesn't win it that much. I mean, he wins some of the battles. Some of the time, this Shadow build works, but in most of the time, it fails. Anyways, the Corsair has seen the additional hatchery. I mean, Bisu is so smart. I'm sure Lava is smart as well. It's just that I'm a Protoss player, so I'm so biased. But now Bisu knows the timing of the 4th base. He's just looking around. He just want to see. I mean, he sees everything. This course has been alive and has just been like a back to actually tell the tale to the story. Anyways, there's gonna be some Scourges going to dive in, but there's nothing to attack, and he sees the Hydra hiding in the corner. So it's gonna be the signal for the Mutas to wait outside. More Dragoons are coming out, and the Scourges have seen the presence of the Hydra. He actually wants to actually see the Dark Archon as well, but there's no Dark Archon. And Bisu will come out, and Bisu will be allowed to take an expansion. That is going to be the 430 position. This is fine. Attack and expand at the same time is the right idea. Bisu is leading about 50 supply. But no matters. Larva is taking off very, very nicely. His economy is looking very, very strong. I think Bisu should attack and expand at the same time. We have about 3 courses coming out. Dragoons are trying to look for those Mutas to actually slow them down. Where's the observatory? I think there's an observatory somewhere. I'm not able to see it. And Bisu is finally going to come out with when his first observer is available. And like I mentioned, he needs to expand and attack at the same time. Of course, the 430 is the better base, not the 3 o'clock positioned. Because at this stage, Bisu is the one who has map control. So to exploit that, he needs to take the base closer towards the Zerg side and expand to the 4th base a little bit later. If he ever loses the battles, he can evacuate pros from the 430 to the main or to the expansion or to the 3 o'clock position. Anyways, +1 weapons and +1 armor on the Protoss side. Zerg has got +1 weapons only. The next big battle is dying to unfold here, so it's going to be a moment for you to stop whatever you're doing and buy me coffee. The link to that is going to be in the video description, because in a few minutes, it's going to be a huge battle happening. You still have time to actually pause the video and buy me coffee right now. You can use the Revolut account, you can use my PayPal account, you can use a lot of accounts, guys. Just do it. $1, $2, $5, whatever amount you have is good. And there's going to be engagement coming up right now. Some items going to be losing their lives. The engagement is looking very strong. Bisu is about to get destroyed. He loses some courses, but he still have a bunch of storms remaining. There's going to be another storm. Nice storm to hit 2 Hydras and a Lurker. Dragoons are doing very strong attack. There's nothing here. Just stop the Dragoons and do not move further. He's going to be within reach of this area now. There's a Lurker on the left side. Where's the Observer? Where's his Observer? He doesn't have the Observer anymore. He's just attacking blinded Lurker. There's a replacement Observer, and finally Bisu will come out and clear the rest of these Lurkers now. Not bad, not bad. And the Lurkers have unborrowed. Very smart from Larva not to completely engage in that position. Bisu is forced to engage a little bit on the southern side where there's more Zerg support. There's gonna be Observer though, so those Lurkers are very much spread out. The Hydras are trying to snipe the last Observer of the game, but that Observer has lived to tell the tale. One more Lurker. The last Lurker, great storm, but Zelle is taking a lot of damage as well. Not bad reinforcement from the other side. Keep in mind that Bisu has not yet expanded. This game is going to turn into one way or the other because Bisu doesn't have expansion. He needs to go for the Hydra. He's trying to go for the Hydra. He's trying to focus attention on the Sunkens. Not a bad idea, but now there's going to be additional forces coming from the other base. So Zelle needs to start attack. He has killed both of the Sunken. Need to focus attention on the Hydra. Good storm. It looks like no response at all from Larva. Dragoon's going to try to attack, and he gets a few more Lurkers. Zelle is just running around dancing. Stop dancing and start attacking. That's right. And GG from Larva. Bisu takes the game down to 1-1. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the cast. Bye-bye.